Okay. And Baba is giving very beautiful difference between your thoughts versus the God's thought. Okay. The life which is created by God's thought will have the God's qualities. The God qualities that we discuss, like, truth, bliss, pure intelligence, peace, gentle, happiness, love, okay, abundance, non-judgment, right? All the divine qualities. If you use the God qualities in your life, if you create your life using the God's thought, and you must have the God qualities with that. Instead of that, if you use your own local or small mind and create your reality, and that is most of the time it will give a miserable experience. This is what Baba is trying to make a difference. Your thought versus the God's thought. Okay. If you want to have a beautiful life, if you want to have the life that God's thought, okay, you must tune into the God's thought and create your life out of that. Otherwise, if you just go ahead and use your own mind and create your reality, your life is going to be mostly on the miserable side. Okay, that is what we have been living so far, right? Most of the time, we created our life with your own thought. Okay, from now onwards, what we're going to do, all that you have to do is just tune into the higher vibrations and then create the life out of that. Okay, that we'll see how to do that. I will read through the lines and wherever possible I'll give explanation. But this is a little, very little hard to understand. But if you read multiple times and you have been already 6 weeks, I'm sure you will be able to understand this, the thoughts, how your reality is created. It's very simple. Ultimately, what Baba is telling, you create your own reality, saying. Okay. And he also giving us the tips and the practice to how to create the life you wanted. Okay, so let's go back. Correcting thoughts, seventh week, unified. Anything that is created begins with the thought. Okay, the creation, that whatever you see, it begins with the thought, right? Whose thought? That is the thought of the God. Okay, only at the most refined vibration. Everything in the universe begins with the God's thought about creation. Okay, let's say anything that you see in the entire universe, it is the creation came out of the God's thought. Okay, you are in the most elementary sense a thought of God. Okay, we are also like all the people that you see, anything that you are on, all the planets and this entire universe, it of course is a thought of a God, right? Rather, you are a part of that marvelous, perfect thought that created all. But whatever the God's thought, it was a perfect thought. Okay, there is no mistake, there is nothing there. So you are also part of that, okay, marvelous, perfect thought. Okay, that means you are also perfect. Okay, now we keep saying that from the beginning. You are a perfect being. You have all the God's qualities with you. You must remember this. You should accept this, and you should use your life. You should lead your life by this sentence, like you are a perfect being. Being part of that thought, you are also the whole God's thought that gave rise to creation in indivisible. Okay, this creation is not divided, it is one creation. His one thought contains entire blueprint for the cosmos and every single atom and soul. This is very important, right? This is how you come back to how to use the God's thought. Okay. His one thought contains the entire blueprint, okay, for the cosmos and every single atom and soul. Okay. That's when if you tune into the God's thought, it has everything, all the information that you needed. Furthermore, God is not separate from his thought. Okay. His thought and he are not separate, it is just one. Any more than you are separate from your thought, like you and your thought, like the same thing, God and God's thought. That is why you are one with the God. Okay. See, you and me, we're all part of the God's thought. God's thought and God is not separate. So you and God is not separate. It's one thing. Okay. That is why you have to understand. So there is no other logical way to understand this. God is very much in tune with, one with, and thought that created you. You are really that thought in your most refined state. So you are one with the God. Okay, I hope that's clear. This is very, very important to understand so that you will master the practice. That's why we are going line by line. If you do not understand this small difference, your thought versus God's thought, then you think whatever you're doing is right. Right? We are trying to understand it logically and contemplate on it, and we're going to meditate on it and see the difference and see why our life is not the way we wanted. That's because we are not really tuning into the God's thought. So if you read it, then you understand the very finest difference. Okay. So that's why you must have the book and you must read it by yourself so that slowly you understand. Okay. So that means you can choose to think about any aspect of God's thought you wish. It is just like tuning into a radio station and you tune into any knowledge about creation. That's why we said, right? If you tune into the God's thought and you can get any information that you wanted, all that is there is available. One thing absolutely certain about God's thought is that it embodies all of God qualities. Okay, so anything that comes up the God's thought embodies all the God qualities. You are of a God's thought, and you embody all of God qualities. Like we the creation is nothing but God's thought, right? That means we are also have all that God qualities, and so does every other aspect of God's thought. When you tune into that some aspect of God's thought, you can be 100% certain to experience love. Okay, this is very important. This is very important to understand that what is going to make difference in your life. The moment when you tune into that God's thought, what you will experience in your life is the pure love, happiness, joy, bliss, right? The truth means the things that never change, the permanent things. Pure intelligence, peace, gentleness, abundance, energy, right? And then non-judgment. There are some of things, right? All the thing that you wanted is only possible when you tune into the God's thought. Otherwise, it's not possible. Okay, that's why you need to understand what's the God's thought and your thought, and why you have to tune into. Okay, okay. This is your experience that God planned in His thought when He created you. And see what He's saying. Baba is saying you are supposed to experience all these God qualities. That is why He planned in His thought. The God's thought, His plan was to you to experience all these God qualities that we just read about, right? Love, unboundedness, abundance, energy, intelligence, all that your own. You are supposed to go through the experience, but you choose to go different path. And we'll come to that how the free will plays here. Remember, all of creation begins with thought. You are a creator. Okay, remember, you are also a creator because you are made in the image of the God. So God is a creator. So you are also creator. You are also capable of creating anything that you want. Okay, He is indisputably a creator. You create. Your creations also begin with a thought. Like our creation, like everything that we created in our life, also begins with thought. Then what happens? You experience what you create, right? We only go through the experience that we created. If you begin with some aspect of God's thought that created the cosmos, okay, you will have a creation just like God's creation. Your creation can then only give you the experience of God qualities. Okay, this is important. Okay, why our life is like this, but not the way God has planned? The reason is if you begin with some aspect of God's thought that created the cosmos, you will have a creation just like God creation. Okay, your creation can then only give you the experience of God qualities because we are creating our life with a God's thought. Okay, only those qualities are inherent in His thought. So no other qualities are there. So His thought cannot manifest what it doesn't have. Right? I hope that's clear. And is it making sense when I'm reading it and explaining? Please let me know if it's too fast or too slow so that I can adjust. But this is very important, that's I'm stressing. You must understand, otherwise you will not master the practice. The reason why Babaji gave very in-depth knowledge in very few lines is, so at least you grasp what is it, so that you will able to reach the milestone. Okay, friends. Okay, let's go. I will
Sir,
give you
can
in
I
a very
ask a question?
yes,
So here we are talking about with the thought of the God, entire creation is happened, right?
correct.
So we are also the part of the thought, and we are the image of the God.
Yeah,
We made it with the image of God. So our thought cannot be different from God's thought, right?
yeah,
Then
true,
why
true.
are we talking about your thought and God's thought?
Because you are also a creator, you can also you also have a free will, right? You also free to choose that what you want. It is that, do you want to use the God's thought or do you want to do your own thought? That's what coming now. Baba is saying you are also individual creator. You can also create anything that you wanted. Okay.
But in
Otherwise,
our, sorry, carry on.
yeah, go ahead.
So in our previous lesson, forgive with truth, right?
Yeah.
In that, what we are talking about, there is no, I mean, there is free will. Nobody can change that free will, but we since we are made in the image of God, our will be same as God's will, right?
If it is your will is same as God will, then there is no free will for you, right?
I mean, because you are created as God, right? But
Yeah,
though you're create, okay, got it. Thank you.
yeah. So you were created as a God, that's no doubt, right? But you did not choose to live as like that. Because since you have free will, you chose some other way. Okay,
Okay, makes
so
sense.
yeah, it makes sense. And now in the next paragraph, Baba is giving what is the free will and what you are doing right now, rather than what you are supposed to do, right? Okay, so now they get his thought cannot manifest what it doesn't have. God thought cannot manifest what it doesn't have. God's thought has always have the God qualities, right? Okay, this is a foolproof method for living life in heaven. Okay, then to error is not human. Then life is not a struggle. Then all the forces of nature come to your aid as you experience only God qualities. Okay, if you tune into God's qualities and start creating your creation, then all you experience is God qualities and you will live in the heaven. Instead, what we are doing, okay, like look at this. At a glance around the world indicates that is not happening, right? When you look at our life, because that is not happening. It's not really so most of the people think they don't have abundance. They're not really happy, right? Always they're judgmental. Okay, they think they don't have intelligence. If they have intelligence, they should know everything. Okay, entire their life and what's going on. Okay, right now, if you look at around our life, we don't think we are really having a God qualities, right? Okay, even your own life appears to include some struggle, right? Some errors, some pain. So what went wrong, right? Okay. So Baba is telling nothing went wrong, even your seeming errors, struggles, and pain point to divinity and perfection. Remember, you are made in the image of the God and God is sovereign. He created you with his thought. And so are you sovereign. Another way of saying you have free will. Okay. Like God has given you free will and you are free to do anything that you want. You want to be with God's thought or your own thought, is what Baba is telling. Okay. Okay. So you have free will. You are also a creator. So you have free will. You are also a creator, like how is God is created. In God's image, and you create your own thoughts. Okay, and you create your thoughts. Okay, God's thought which you are one with is available for you. See, Baba is saying clearly, it is available for you. Okay, you can choose to tune into that thought. That is your choice. See, the God's thought is available for you, and you can choose to tune into that thought. Okay, that is your choice. It is your free will to use his thought for your creation, or you can choose to think the thought of your very own. Okay, then your creation will have the qualities that you assign to it. Okay, I hope this is clear. So Baba is saying is the God's thought is available for you. Since you have free will, you are also a creator. You can choose to go with the God's thought, or you can create your own thought. Okay, let's say you start creation with your own thoughts. So what qualities your creation will have? Whatever the qualities that you assign. Okay. And see what is happening is also Baba is telling. In many, many times, you have chosen your own thoughts and created a miserable experience. He is telling, in many, many times, you chosen your own thoughts and you created a miserable experience. Okay? That is what's happening in our life. That doesn't mean you are miserable, right? That doesn't mean you cannot change it. Instantly, if you want, you can change right now because you have the all the God qualities with you and also God's thought available to you. It is all that you have to make a decision that, I want to change it and instantly it will change. Okay? You cannot change the perfection you are, however, okay? You are perfect, okay? But you choose to have a different experience, which is a different thing. Okay? But you are perfect. As a creator, you can create the experience what appears less than perfect. Okay, only when you start with the God's thought, you will be assured of perfection, all those other wonderful qualities. Okay, right? Did that make sense to everybody? Did you understand the difference? Your thought versus God's thought. This is where the difference comes. That is also called, kind of, in other sense they call ego. When you have ego, you do your own thing. Otherwise, you become one with the God. You become one with the universe. Okay, you live in the present moment and then just go with the flow. That means the God's thought is literally you are inheriting and doing that. You don't have anything on your own, right? Yes, sir. Go ahead. DV Garu.
Sir, one quick question
Yeah.
on that same spirit and thought. Like we are perfect. We are perfect in a spiritual way, or like in a soul and Atman way, or is it like even a physical way? The reason
Every
I
way
ask
you are
is
perfect.
The reason I ask is by God's grace, by Almighty's blessings, my physical body parts and everything is perfect. Let us say if there is a brother or a sister who is here in this meditation who has a physical ailment,
Yeah.
how can we justify that statement, you are perfect?
So perfect in the sense how are see it's about your experience. How are you going through, right? That is called perfection. So and all that whatever is creator, right? It is his own creation. That is what that I think you missed this point. Okay. So let's say you created your life with the God's thought, everything is going to be it's going to give you the God qualities with you, right? It may appear like different, but you may enjoy that, right? Whatever I like. So it may look good for me, but for you, it may not look because that's your individual perfection. But for me, that is giving a best experience. So for that person, whoever is created, is that giving him that God qualities? Okay. It doesn't matter how it looks to you. Okay. That is first thing. Second thing is, so what let's say whatever the case that you said, right? So Baba is telling many times they choose his own thoughts and created the experience which they are going through that misery,
Okay,
right? It doesn't mean that you are not perfect, but you choose a different thought and you created different experience.
understood.
Right? There is a two
Yep,
choice for you, but you took a different choice and you created different experience.
Understood.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah,
very great point and very minor thing that you should not miss. So that's why I'm stressing on that, but glad that you brought up that.
yes, I have the similar query.
Yeah.
Uh, we have started this practice at a certain age, and
Yeah.
today we are going to have the wisdom of all the God's qualities and all information, and we are trying to go through all that. But in the past life, me say if you are for 50 years of age, you have certain things which had already passed. Say if your health problems are still existing, but today you are saying you are perfect, then
Yeah.
how you justify your thought that how you can go about from here from today onwards, how you can going to improve the things and so on. Thank you.
That is exactly what we're going to do the practice three, because you had some different thought and you created the first 50 years. From today, you're
Hmm.
going to change the thought and your life is going to change from now.
Right.
Okay. So, and also, let's say if you know what thought that created your experience, well and good. If you don't know, let's say your first 50 years, you went to some experience and you don't know what was the thought behind that. You can ask higher self, give me what was the thought that created my so and so bad experience. And your higher self is going to give you the thought that this was the thought you had and that was get manifested the way you are seeing right now. Okay. From now onwards, you realize you are perfect and you can tune into the God's thought and create exactly the way you wanted. So let's say next 50 years, you are going to have a beautiful experience. You are going to have abundance of health, wealth, everything. And that's going to be manifested because you agreed, like, you are the creator. You have the God qualities available to you. Okay. That's clearly Baba said. Those qualities are available to you. The God's thought is available to you. Did you choose to use
Hmm.
that? That's the question, right? But many times Baba is telling we did not choose. Okay, many times in the sense it is not just this lifetime. From the day you started your journey, like multiple lifetimes ago, it's continuing. Okay, you choose again and again a different thought than the God's thought, right? So I
Sir,
hope
I have
you
a
clear.
question.
Yes,
I have a
yes,
question.
madam. Yes, go ahead.
Uh, uh, Going to the God's thought, that means we are surrendering ourselves to God, and
Exactly. You're
it's
becoming one with the God. Instead of surrender, you can say you're becoming one with that,
okay.
right?
Okay.
That means
Okay. Thank
so
you.
there is no I identity. I'm not using any of my thoughts. I'm not creating on my own. I mean using the one thought that came entire this creation came out. You were going to the roots of this creation. Okay, that is what we say, become one with the God means then if you say I am still exist, how do you say I'm one with the God? You still separate, right? You're still separating yourself from that one. Okay, that ego or the individual identity is dropped means you're not saying I am one anymore, I am become one with the universe. Then you all the thoughts. Okay, Babaji is saying the same way in a different way in the form of thought. Okay,
Okay.
but in other religious things they it's becoming one with the God. Both are same.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, madam.
Uh, sir, for those who are not getting a connection with the higher self, what is your suggestion, sir?
So if you did not get the connection means like what exactly? Did you get the higher self name? Did you get the signal? There's
No,
two
sir.
things is
No, both the things I didn't get.
hmm, that's a challenge. So at least you must have the signal from higher self. Then only you can proceed with that, right? So
Hmm.
I will I recommend you go back to that, connecting to higher self and getting the name and getting a signal. There's something called higher self signal that is very important. That is when you already connected to higher self, and the
Hmm.
communication is happening the both ways.
Ah.
Okay, the communication was happening always from higher self. but we were receiving sometimes, we were not receiving, and we are not acknowledged sometimes. This is the course that brings you, like, the communication is both ways. You and your higher self are consciously communicating. That means without higher self signal, you cannot confirm whether you tuned into that or not. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
There's
go
a
back to
challenge for
that.
me.
It's
Actually,
it's a
from the
very
second week of connecting with the higher self, that time I started getting on the meditation process some kind of a noise in my ears, like kind of an EM waves which is getting generated in the transformer region and all, like
yeah.
that.
Mm.
Only that noise I got. Still, even now today, I'm getting only that noise. Other than that noise, I'm not getting anything.
So that noise comes to you when you ask, or like it just happened?
No, from that time, from the second week it started. Even today, even without asking, also always present.
Okay, it's a different case, but message me. We'll go
Yes.
deeper into that. So different subject, I think.
Okay, sir.
But
Yes.
go back and practice, madam. It will happen. So if
Mhm.
somebody says,
Sir,
yeah.
sir, I have the similar experience.
Mm-hmm.
The signal from the higher self is not, sometime it is coming prior to the sequence, sometime it is taking a bit time,
Hmm.
but I have not got the name as yet.
Yeah,
And
name is okay. If you don't
and
get name, is
number,
fine.
okay.
Yeah. So if you
But
don't have the name,
mhm,
sorry. So if you don't have the name, you can call higher self. But signal is
okay,
must. And if you're not getting the signal all the time, that means you are not properly centering yourself in the heart and surrendering. So
okay.
try to be more calm, because every day we don't be in the same state, right? Our mind goes to different
Mm,
things, and every day it's not going to be the same experience. This is very important to really go into that quiet state. Okay, the
mm-hmm.
meditative state where you are really centered in the heart. That moment you definitely get the signal. There is no doubt. But other day, let's say you are disturbed by seven or different reasons, you may not be able to get that day. So which is okay. So the day you did not get, find a different way to quiet yourself and go into meditative state. That is the only way.
And that the other candidate was telling about the whistling, that I too had that whistling sound
Mm.
continuously, but it has now subsided.
Yeah. That is when you start getting the higher frequency energies, it really rings, I also experience that, sometime. So that's
Okay,
quite natural for most of the people will go through that ear ringing thing. That means you're
okay,
tuning
okay,
into the higher energy. It's a
okay.
good sign
Thanks.
actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good questions. Okay, friends. Very nice. I hope most of the people got what's the God thought and your thought, and why you choose to do a different experience, and that's why you are going through life like little miserable. That doesn't mean, right, you cannot change it. You can instantly change it. All that you have to do is tuning into God's thought. That's all about going to do this week. That's what we say, correcting thoughts. So that means there is something wrong in our thoughts, we are correcting that. And Babaji has given a beautiful practice for that. So, the world you created by your own thoughts is an illusion. Okay, the world you created by your own thoughts is an illusion. It is not the truth, because illusion in the sense it can change. If you change your thoughts, and your experience will change. Let's say you created some sickness. Let's say you have some sickness, and that sickness is not forever, right? If you change your thoughts, and that sickness will go away. That means it's illusion. It can be changed any moment. So it is not truth. Whereas same as, let's say you experience a divine love, you're always happy. That happiness and love will not go away. It will be always with you. So that is the truth, right? You are love. So the love will be with you all the time. It is not truth. Okay. Truth has permanence. Okay. Truth means it's permanent. It should be always with you. The truth never changes. The truth never changes. The truth describes the thought of God that created us and cosmos. That thought is truth. Okay. That thought tells of happiness, never sadness. It tells of bliss and joy, never despair. It tells of intelligence, never mistakes. It reveals abundance, never poverty. It brings infinite energy, never weakness. It is a hallmark of peace and never turmoil. This truth is simply God's thought that created the universe. I hope that is very, very clear. Okay? And the important thing is choice is yours. You can choose to create God's thought or make one of your own. Okay, this is very important point. You have a choice now. Two things you have. One is God's thought, your thought. You want to live happily, joyful, blissful, go with God's thought. Otherwise, you are capable of creation. Anything you also can create. You make up your own and create, and most of the time you end up on the miserable side, right? So that's why you have to go back to the God's thought, because only the God's thought has all the qualities that you are looking for. You are also longing for those qualities, right? It is not that you have to go. You are born to experience them, not to born to experience the misery, sadness, poverty, right? You're born to experience the abundance. You're born to experience the love. You're born to be healthy. You're born to be intelligent, right? Not to make mistakes. When you're born to experience all the God qualities, why are you creating your own life with your own thought and going through that thing? Okay. God would have no other way. You created sovereign because God has no choice now. He has made you sovereign, so you have free will. So he cannot come and interfere with you. So you are created with a free will. So you are a creator, right? The fact you do create proves your divinity. But whatever, whether you're creating misery or the wonderful life, you have to accept that you are the creator, even if you choose to create a hell, right? Right. So that concept is important. You have to get this concept to your head. Okay, first logically, and then leave that concept, bring that into your life, right? So, but first of all, getting understanding logically and coming to head is very important. So read again and again, because for me itself, it took some time to grasp it, because now it's coming effortless. I don't know why. When I read like 3 4 days ago, I also didn't agree. How is this possible? Okay, because I was too much thinking logical. Now it's coming effortless, and I'm seeing the truth. What Baba is telling. That's because I am in the heart space right now. Today you begin to. So this is important, the practice, right? Today you begin to change the nature of your creations. Today we decided we want to change the nature of creation. You change your creations to be exactly like God's thought. Your creation, your life, and your experience are to have only God's qualities. So today we decided we want to have experience only the God qualities, nothing else. You can pretty much tell what your thoughts are by looking at your creation. Okay. It's very easy, right? You really don't need to hire yourself now. You look at your creation, look at your day-to-day life and see how is it. Are you happy all the time? Are you with full of energy? Are you living with so much intelligence? Or what is the experience that's going? Let's say you are most of the time sad, you are most of the time not getting what you wanted, you are living with the lack. That means your thoughts are not correct. That's what I'm saying. If you are in a debt and afraid of the poor house, you have thoughts of lack, fail to realize the abundance in God's thought. If you are lonely and without anyone to share love with you, you have thoughts that you don't deserve love. Okay, what kind of thoughts giving? Babaji is giving just to give an example one or two, right? After that, if you tell me your experience, then we can tell what kind of thoughts you have. What it doesn't exist. Okay, that's not true. You say if you insist you want to love and you want health, that naturally flows into your life. Ultimately, you are the creator and this creation is for you, right? For you to experience, not an egoic self. When you become one with the God's thought, everything is yours. Of course, you want them, you want the experience of all God qualities, you want them with the passion. Okay, you want them with the passion, right? The desire is ingrained as part of your very nature. See, Baba is telling our very nature itself is to experience the God qualities. Okay, it is ingrained within you. It is like, what is the nature? What is the meaning of the nature? What is the nature of the salt? What is the nature of the sugar? Right? It's always with what's the nature of the flower? It always gives the fragrance like this. What is your nature? Your nature is to experience the God qualities. Your nature is to love. Your nature is to share. Your nature is to experience the intelligence. But we forgot that nature and living in a different way, because you are given with a free will and you are given with a small mind. so that you are choosing that and living the different life. Okay, but the desire is ingrained as part of your very nature. It is how you created. You cannot get rid of the desire for love. See, Baba is saying you cannot get rid of the desire for love, for abundance, for knowledge, for joy, for peace. It is part of you. Now, nevertheless, there is some thought. Okay, so why are we experiencing all these challenges in our life, all the struggles in life? Because some thoughts, probably even subconscious, right? There are thoughts, maybe some are in your conscious mind, most of them are subconscious for sure. Okay, the Dennis your creation, the qualities you desire. Subconscious means where the subconscious comes from, all your past experiences, past lifetimes. That all stored in the subconscious and they're driving your experience right now. Okay. That Dennis your creation, the qualities you desire. How can I possibly change my thoughts if you are subconscious? See, Baba itself is putting the question and giving you answer. How can I change those thoughts, the subconscious thoughts? Okay, you ask. Until now, it has been very difficult. Baba is telling it is very difficult for now, but now it's going. Today, you start process gradually, methodically, but certainly you will change your thinking so that it will create with the God's qualities. Okay, you tune it to the God's thought and claim it as its own, right? So this is the practice. What we do? First thing you have to read this all whatever we said so far. You have to read. That's very important. That's why it took more time. Okay. So understanding is more important. First thing. Second thing is the practice. Now I will come to the what is the practice. Okay, it's very simple, right? We come for meditation. Okay, during your quiet periods after focusing on the heart and getting your higher self signal. So this is very important. If you don't get the higher self signal, you cannot proceed. I think there are like 3-4 practices and all upcoming. Next, all part 1, 2, and 3 all are coming only after higher self signal. Those who did not get a higher self signal, really focus on that. You don't have to do too hard. Relax and learn how to relax yourself. Learn how to calm your mind, and things will happen itself. Okay, so what you do? We come to a meditation. Close your eyes. Sit here. Relax yourself in the heart. Okay, or remember all the God qualities and claim them for you. Then close your aura, clear your aura, right? And then what you do? You ask for the higher self signal. Once you get higher self signal, what you have to say is this one. Dear, if you have the higher self name, please say that. Otherwise, you can say, my higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. See what you say is, my higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. So we are asking higher self to give the errors in my thinking. Okay. Those errors could be conscious or subconscious. If it's subconscious, you will not know that, right? You will be given to you when you ask your higher self. So that is how we'll change all our subconscious thoughts. That is first practice. Okay. Close your eyes, close aura, clear aura. Okay. Ask higher self signal. Then ask, my higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Okay, then you will be given with the sum of the thoughts. Note down all the thoughts. Okay, right now we are not correcting them. We're just getting the list of the thoughts. In the upcoming weeks, we'll use those thoughts and then change it. Then sit quietly and let your higher self communicate. You will realize some thoughts that are creating havoc in your life. Write down those thoughts as they come to you. The lesson for this week is simply to identify those thoughts. The lesson for this week is to simply identify those thoughts that are creating havoc in your life. Notice it. Okay, that is first thing. Lesson for this week is to simply identify those thoughts you need to correct. Notice in your activity throughout the day what your experiences are. Okay, that's first part. Second part is throughout your day, notice all your experiences. What is you're going through from morning to evening? Notice all the experience. And let's say some of the experience that you did not, something happened which you didn't want to happen. Okay, some kind of a sad experience or miserable experience happened in a day. Next day, come back and sit in meditation. Describe this incident and ask what was the thought behind that incident. Right? There's two things. What you have to do: notice in your activity throughout the day what your experiences are. Then, in your next quiet period, say, reveal to me, my higher self, the thoughts I have that gave me the experience of, and you have to describe the experience that you've gone through in the day. Okay? And the higher self will give you the thoughts that you had, and the experience it came into your life. Okay? This inventory is very important for us because in the upcoming weeks we're going to change that. We're going to create the right thought. Because right now you are having a wrong thought, right? In the upcoming weeks, we will correct those thoughts and what is the right thought you are supposed to have. Okay? You need to know the nature of your own thoughts before you can correct them. Because first you need to know what kind of thoughts you are generating. And after that you can change. Your higher self will give it to you. Okay? I hope that's clear. Two practice. One is directly asking some of the errors in your thinking. And the second thing is describing the incident in your day-to-day life and asking the thoughts behind that. Okay, this is going to happen in the meditation. And before going to bed, there is small practice. This week, when you lie quietly on the bed before go to sleep, think of those people who have been in your life for each, okay, who have been in your life. Everybody, right? Family, friends, colleagues, neighbors. Don't exclude anyone. Everyone. Realize that he or she has reacted to you. Like, in the last week, we all remember you are the creator, director of your life, and everybody else is playing the role that you assigned to them. Okay, it is your creation, right? You assign some role to them, they are playing in your life. Okay, so whatever they said, good things or bad things to you, it's all. So she has reacted to you as you determined by your thoughts. Because of your thoughts, they reacted that way to you. So all you have to do is take full credit or blame for your experience. And Baba is telling, take the full credit or blame for all the experience in your life. Okay, there is no exclusion. Okay, it happens because of karma, because of some so and so. Don't do that. Take full credit for yourself or full blame. If it's a good, take full credit. If it's a bad, take full blame on yourself, not on others. Because it is your thought that has created that experience. Okay, what you do, send love to them, all of them. And then, then say the forgiving words and then go to bed. Right? So these are the three practices that you do. Other than the practices, you have to read the book. If you don't read the books, understanding these thoughts and the creation is very difficult. Dear friends, we spent a very good amount of time on this. So if any questions, please. Otherwise, we'll go back into practice. We'll do quick 15 minutes meditation. And then
Sir, one quick last question about the last sentence on this chapter.
Yes.
So send to each love from your heart about the bad thoughts. I mean, about the thoughts which
Yeah.
thought
So,
feeling
so
it go to them.
yeah.
Then forgive each whatever the thought it is. Why are we forgiving those thoughts? Because we got them not the right thoughts.
No, you're not forgiving. You're forgiving each person that you know who
Oh,
gave you the experience.
caused that thought, caused that
Yeah.
scene. Okay,
Yeah,
knowing
because
what forgiveness.
yeah, there is a few words got missing the book, so don't get confused. It is sending love to each person.
So
Okay.
I have a supplemental question, Master.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay. If I am the creator, if I am the director, those characters came into my life or my thoughts,
Yeah.
and they acted according to my thoughts and my creation and my direction. And it is not their mistake or their fault, right? Because it is because of my thought, my
They acted
creation,
that way.
they acted accordingly.
Yeah.
Ultimately, whatever my thoughts, they acted and they have done their job. And we later realized, because we do not forecast our future thoughts, we later realized the results are not according to us, and we are feeling sad, and we are holding grudges against them. But in this case, why are we forgiving them? Aren't we forgiving ourselves?
See,
If I
forgiving, you know what's the meaning of forgiving, right?
if I
Forgiving in the
am
sense.
forgiving in the sense like for sending the love and light, you
Yes.
said, like,
Yeah.
aren't
So,
we
okay.
the one who would be sending love and light to ourselves in if I do the complete engineering or complete logical thinking there?
See, if you go in a deeper sense, it is ultimately it's one thing, right? So you can send love to yourself and also send to the other person.
No,
But
here the other person has no play in it, right? He is like a robot who acted or who took cues and instructions from my thoughts, and he behaved like that.
yeah. The only reason we're sending love to other person is if you still holding the grudge on the other person, thinking he made the mistake.
Oh, okay. So we are kind of sending love and apologies for mistaking them. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Chandra sir, please go ahead.
Just wanted to add something
Yeah.
to most of the questions.
Yeah.
See, we have families, all of us. Within the family, are we giving different opportunity to each child in the family, or are we giving the same opportunity, same environment? Let's just think. And now comes, what do we do when the child goes astray? What do we do? Anybody can answer this.
Yes, master.
DV Garu, you yourself can answer.
No, sorry, master. I did not clearly
No,
listen the
see,
question. Can you?
we all have our families,
Uh-huh.
right? Let us say we are the higher self for that family. We are the higher self, right? We are the custodian of the family at the highest level. We have our satellite family. The satellite family is our children. Do we give them the same environment, same growth opportunity, or do we differentiate?
No, we provide the same.
We provide the same. But they all become the same or they become different?
They become different.
That is free will. By virtue of their own abilities, they have created their life. Now, you find that they have gone astray, they need help. What do? You tolerate, you give them an opportunity, you give them space, and you expect them to correct themselves. If it is in the US, right from the age of 1 also, if they dial 911, you are in trouble. So you have to give them, you are forced. But if you are in India, you give them an opportunity, you give them guidance, correct?
Yes.
It is the same thing that Unified is telling us. You have got a higher self, who is your creator, and we are all a family, so we need to learn to forgive. We need to learn to coexist. We need to learn to help each other. That is the template in which we are doing the entire course of Unified. That is what Babaji is telling us.
And also, when we don't know, we try to blame others for our problems. See, that is the main thing.
Correct. So when we are instead of doing that, you know that you are empowered to correct it.
Yes, Master. Like with earlier explanation, I totally understood now what is for giving means and giving
Exactly.
love. Yes,
Right.
we
So
are.
we think
Yeah.
in this template or on this canvas of existence, right? We have our answer. That's exactly what Sudhakar was explaining right from 9 o'clock till now.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So that template we need to understand. That is the objective of the entire exercise that we have done in level 1.
Yes, yes, yes. Earlier, like if I recollect, even during the forgiving, also, I was the one who expressed like my deepest gratitude.
Correct.
That helped me to realize what I have been holding the grudge, and that initial session or first day session helped me to clear my thoughts. And today it further cleared why we have to send love to the person against whom we are holding grudges,
Perfect.
because
You
we
got
are
it. You
we
got it.
are we are we have been suffering our souls and their souls with our grudges, and as a asking as a forgiveness, real forgiveness, we are sending love. In that way we are clearing our bad karmas.
Exactly. We are making the entire template, the entire canvas of existence a happy place. That's what we are
Atmost
doing.
Yeah.
So that is how we apply it to ourselves. In my family, what am I doing? So I am in the template of one creator, oneness. There is a single template. Right? The same approach. So that is the best analogy we can draw while doing the entire unified course. Thanks, Sudhakar. That's what I wanted to add.
Great points. Really amazing points. I really like that. So, and of course, that's what also Baba is telling.
Exactly.
Sir, एक और question. In a family, we know there are circumstances when you cannot, means the near one, you cannot express everything, but you can just try to avoid certain things. But if you are keep on getting the negativity from a person in the family, how to handle it?
क्या
How to
करते
go
हैं?
about it?
नहीं, ये क्वेश्चन आप ही को मैं पूछता हूँ.
Yes, sir.
What will you do? आप क्या करोगे?
Sir,
उसके बाद
what I
उसके
am
साथ
doing,
बैठकर आप सुलझाओगे.
sir, that is what I'm saying. I am trying to avoid. I am trying to convey that no, this is not the right thing to thinking. In a, but still, means वो जो issue है, it's not getting resolved. Means every moment और एक subject से खत्म होते हैं तो दूसरे को ऊपर I get a new problem.
वो तो आएगा.
Because the
वो तो आपका सीख है ना. That is what you are here to learn. How to do it. Create a process around it. For example, let us say me and my daughter. We have literally fought. Okay. Now we agreed that we are fighting for a cause. Both of you are right. Because she has not arrived in this world to spoil my world, and I am not there to spoil her world. Correct? Both of us are here, right? Now, somewhere there is a disagreement. Egypt, Palestine, and Israel, Palestine, and Gaza Strip. What is the purpose? Why are we different? Why are we disagreeing? Can you go to that route? See, if you are able to go to that route, as people, we can resolve the problem.
No, I am always trying to
See,
come to
that
a
is what they are
conclusion.
also thinking. Please understand. That is exactly what they are also thinking. I am trying to understand my papa or my brother or my sister. They are not understanding. I am okay. You are not okay. Dr. Thomas Harris.
No, my point is that when I am getting a complaint from one person for the third person, I am trying to resolve it by that it is
No,
now
don't try to
everyone is
resolve.
mature.
Put them together and tell, if I were you, this is how I would resolve. Because your purpose is right, their purpose is right. For example, let us take a team in an organization. Who amongst the team member is coming to the office to spoil the day? You name one person who is coming to spoil the broth. कोई आ रहा है क्या?
I got it now because I am acting behind the scenes, so I have to come in the forward in the scene.
Exactly, and put them together and say, Baba, you seem to be expressing certain difference of opinion. Let us identify how they can be aligned. So that the vehicle moves forward.
Right.
The vehicle is moving in the resultant direction, right?
I have to take the responsibility now.
Exactly. ये घर के अंदर है तो वही करेंगे ना. अरे बेटा इधर आओ, बेटी इधर आओ, क्यों झगड़ा कर रहे हो?
Correct, correct.
तो इसीलिए I gave the example and analogy of एक family.
Right, right.
या इसको extend कीजिए ना, extended family बना दो.
Yeah, because I am trying to convince one person and acting behind the scenes. I am not able to communicate with the other person.
His way of thinking is, boss is calling me and telling me उसको नहीं बोल रहे. अरे दोनों को एक साथ बुला के बिठाओ ना.
Yes, yes. Correct.
Thank you.
Got it. I have to take the ownership now.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That is what Sudhakar was saying, right? Take responsibility.
Yes, yes. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Friends, we are 10 minutes late. So what shall we do? Shall we discontinue, sir, or do the meditation, short meditation? Okay, let's do 20 minutes meditation. I will guide the process and use that as a template. If possible, I'll come back again tomorrow to guide you the meditation so that you will experience this. Okay, friends, when you're ready, please close your eyes. Important thing is relaxing yourself, relaxing physically and mentally. Right? So not really interfering or struggling with the thoughts, not fighting with the thoughts. So learn to let go. This is very important. When you learn to let go and settle yourself in the heart, this course becomes so easy. Right? Close your eyes, relax yourself. Take one deep breath all the way into the stomach and exhale slowly. Let go everything. Take another deep breath and exhale slowly. Let's do one more time. Very deep breath. As you exhale slowly, totally relax. Entire body, your legs, knees, your thighs, stomach, your chest. Scan through your body and relax it. Keep your shoulders dropped, hands relaxed. Neck straight and face muscles relaxed. Observe your natural normal breath. Let's invite Mahatma Babaji. Let's invite our higher self. Let's connect to Patri's consciousness. And we're all one, doing together meditation. And be with your breath, completely relaxed. Completely be with your breath. Let go all your thoughts. Whenever you're ready, slowly and very slowly bring your attention into your heart center. Move your awareness to heart center. You are not thinking anything, you are just experiencing it. You are just becoming aware of your heart center. There is a light pulsation of the love coming from your heart. Experience that. Assign all the God qualities to yourself. You are love, you are light, you are peace, gentleness, you are happy and bliss, you are all knowing intelligence, you are non judgmental, you are abundance. Absolutely no thinking, be fully aware. Dear friends, please clear your aura and close your aura. I send love and light to all thought forms around me. I send love and light to all thought forms around me. Be always be fully aware. Whenever you're ready, please ask my higher self, my dear higher self, please give me my signal now. Be fully relaxed. Be fully aware in the heart. My higher self, please give me my signal now. Let your body move itself or be alert to receive the signal. Do not judge or analyze any experience that happens. Just witness it. Once you receive the higher self signal, please say these words. Dear, and say the name of my higher self. Now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. My higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. My higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Just sit relaxed, alert, and observe the thoughts that come to you. My higher self, now reveal to me some of the errors in my thinking. Be alert and aware, receive the thoughts. Don't get upset or frustrated. Completely surrender your mind. Completely be focused on your heart center and observe the process or witness. Be aware. Last 5 minutes, friends. Be fully relaxed and aware. Last 1 minute, friends. Let us send love and light to everyone around you. Let us thank higher self. Thank you, higher self, for being with me, for guiding me all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mahatma Babaji, all your love, guidance, and the wisdom. Thank you, Patriji. Thank all the Omega Pyramid team. Thank all the masters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Those who want to continue, please continue the meditation. Those who are ready to open, become fully aware of your physical body and very slowly Remove hands from your eyes and open it. Thank you all friends for coming today and listening to us. Okay, this is the last practice of part 1. Very, very important. The first part 1 is the very basic and very, very important. If you don't master most of them in the part 1, all are going to be very difficult. So be focused on the part 1. Take as much time as you want. It's all about experiencing the love, right? It's very simple. Once you are able to experience the love, everything should be easy for you. So focus on the basic, the first one. Read through the chapter. If you understood what Babaji is saying, and it is most likely you are going to reach the milestone. So it's that simple. So thank you. And once again, thanks for being, thanks Haima Garu, thanks all Omega team for giving opportunity. Today we didn't get much time for meditation. Tomorrow we'll do more meditation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sudhakar Master, for going through the chapter, going through the Kriya and guiding us beautifully. Practices. I know, Master, some of you may be still in meditation, or if anyone has any questions or anything to share, please unmute yourself, raise your hand.
Yeah, let them do meditation today. They didn't get much time. So we'll meet again tomorrow then.
All right. Thank you so very much, Master. Thank you all, Masters.